Hey guys, so with Legends' second anniversary finally here, I get a lot of questions, which banner is better? Should I focus on this banner or should I focus on this banner? Because clearly the two banners are the main focus of the celebration. There's 5 new units. It's gonna impact PvP a lot. So I think it would be a good idea to dedicate a video talking about which of these two banners I think is better overall. And especially for free-to-play players and also new players, because the anniversary is a time where the game is going to get the most downloads from new players. And I get a lot of people coming back to the game who haven't played in a long time and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll jump in to both these banners. We'll go through them in depth, and I'll basically sort of talk about which one I feel has more value and which one I feel like maybe you should consider skipping, or maybe summoning a little bit on it. But before we do that, we actually have, for the first time ever, a sponsor on the channel, so why don't we go ahead and jump into that real quick. Raid Shadow Legends is a turn-based RPG gacha game based in the fictional land of Teleria. If you're a fan of relatively fast-paced action and awesome-looking gameplay, then this might just be right up your alley. The game is completely free to play, and now available on PC and can be played cross-device as well, which is something that cannot be said for many other mobile games. You can compete against other players while fighting the Spider's Den, Ice Golem's Peak, the Fire Knight, and the notorious Dragon. Here's some gameplay of me playing through the campaign using my melee-based champion, Gallic, alongside 2 other supporting champions. And of course, you guys know I just had to check out the summoning feature, and I have to say, the animations are pretty cool. And now you can compete in the brand new arena tournament. Earn points according to your tier and win awesome rewards in the local and global tournament. If you like what you see, go to the video description, click on the special link, and if you're a new player, you'll get 100,000 silver, 1 energy refill, a 1-day XP boost, and 1 free champion, the Adjudicator, that you can see on your screen right now. You will find your extra rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days only. Simply tap the inbox button on the top right corner of your screen and collect your rewards. Once again, you can find the special download links for the game in both my description box and the pinned comment. I wish you all the best of luck on your quest throughout the land of Teleria. Alright, so I think the way that I want to handle this is look at it from a bunch of different perspectives. If you're a new player, as opposed to if you have been playing for a long time and you're just trying to pick up the new units, I think you're going to want to approach these banners in a different, from a different angle, depending on your scenario. So I think it's fair to sort of, separate those two things. So the first I want to talk about if you're a new player, because again, there's going to be a ton of new players here. So if you're a new player, your number 1 priority is going to be to build a team, right? That's like, you can't play the game unless you have like a functioning team. So looking at this banner, right, the future banner, I mean, we go through and like, basically what I'm trying to find here are units that like can be used together and have common tags with each other. So obviously this is the end of the Future Trunks Saga banner, so a lot of these characters are going to belong to the Future tag. Zamasu belongs to the Future tag, so does this guy, so does Vegito Blue. Trunks does, Rose does, and that's about it. I mean, Future Gohan does, and the Future Trunks do, but I think at this point in time, Trunks is still good, and Future Gohan is still good. But when you're talking about like who you want to be re-rolling for and stuff like that, I don't know if they're really high up on your priority list there. And then that's pretty much it. And there's also a bunch of God Key units on here. I mean, God Key, God Key, God Key, God Key, and this guy's God Key, and this guy's God Key, but this guy's going to be bench and stuff, so I don't know. The only problem I have with this banner is the fact that a lot of the top tier units that you want to pull on here obviously are Legends limited, and if you want to build a God Key team, you need but we don't need Vegeta. But I think at this point, it's really helpful to have Vegito Blue. Vegito Blue is the best unit in the game. I'm just going to say that right now. So if you're re-rolling in this game, your number 1 priority is going to be getting at least 1 copy of Vegito Blue. So it's really tough to say. I mean, obviously he buffs Fusion Warriors at 2 stars, so I mean, if you really, really wanted to, I would say an optimal re-rolled account would have this guy at 3 stars, just so you can buff God Key. Because there's so many other options on here that you can use with God Key. So like Merge Zamasu and Vegito Blue are both extremely top tier units. Rose is still really, really good. So like if you pull Rose, Zamasu, and Vegito Blue in your reroll account, like that's a really good starting account. And then like Kaioken Blue Goku is a good bonus. Same thing with God Vegeta, because God Vegeta, while he's not as good as he used to be, his Z ability is still really good. I mean, we could take a look at what he's doing here. He is buffing strike, attack, and defense at 6 stars, and even before that he buffed strike defense, which is not the worst thing ever, but it's going to help you if you're new. So I feel like the meta right now is a lot more strike-oriented than blast-oriented, just because a lot of the better units in the game are strike-based. So, I mean, if you have a team like this, let's say you have Vegito Blue, you have Rose, and you have God Vegeta and Kaioken Blue Goku, and you did, for some reason, you just weren't able to pull Zamasu, like on your reroll account, you just ran out, right? You ran out of farmable crystals, and you just couldn't pull Zamasu. And you didn't pull Vegeta either. Like, that's a pretty respectable starting account. I mean, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, like, pretty solid God Key units, like 3 really solid ones, and then 1, like, not so great one. But that's a good core to base your team around. So I think that's a fairly good, that's probably your best bet on this banner if you're going to reroll for, a God Key team in this, like, current status of the game. Now, looking at this banner, let's get rid of this. Looking at this this banner right here, this is like the GT banner. This banner, I feel, is a lot more friendly to newer players. And the reason why I say that is because this banner has so many units that work together on the same teams that you have so many different options here. If you reroll on this banner, and let's say you pull Sin, you pull this GT Goku, you pull Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and you pull this Goku. That's like... You can just make a team. Like, you can instantly make a GT team from that. By the way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 Sparkings that are featured. They all have a 1% rate that belong on the GT team. And they're all fairly good. I wouldn't say any of them are bad units. So, in terms of if you're a new player, I would definitely say, without a shadow of a doubt, that the GT banner is much better in terms of being able to just build a team instantly. The other banner I feel like is better if you already have some existing characters in your account. Maybe you're like a light spender on the game, or you've been playing for a long time and you haven't spent anything, but you have respectable characters maybe belonging to Future or God Key from other banners. Maybe last year you summoned for the first anniversary units and you have Blue Goku and Vegeta back then. Then yeah, this banner could be good because you already have 2 good God Key units, and maybe you can pick up Zamasu, maybe you can pick up Rose. There's 2 more really good God Key units, and all of a sudden you can start running a team. So, I don't know. I feel like this banner for newer players is definitely much, much better. Okay, so now we're going to talk about if you're an existing player, and again, this is really going to completely depend on, your current box, who you have, and it's going to be different for everybody. I'm not going to be able to tell you, oh, for every player who has been playing this game for 2 years, this is the banner that you should be summoning on. This banner is better than this banner, because I don't know what you have, right? If you have a lot of God Key units and a lot of Future units while you don't have that many GT units, then maybe you want to buff up your GT team. Maybe you want to, summon on this banner. Or maybe you want Zamasu for your Future team. Maybe you want this Trunks for your Future team. Or maybe you're a huge Vegeta family, fan. So maybe you want this Trunks to round out that roster a little bit. I'm just going to go through both banners unit by unit, and I'm going to tell you which unit is probably more valuable for you. So again, we can even compare 1-to-1. So Vegeta is obviously the same on both banners. You have Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta here versus Super Vegeta. Now, Super Vegeta is going to be a lot more relevant for, I think, a longer period of time, because Fusion Warriors is always going to get the hype unit. I mean, last year in the first anniversary, we had this was the main guy, right? Fusion Warriors. 2nd year anniversary, Fusion Warrior. 3rd year anniversary, I will bet money the main unit is going to be a Fusion Warrior. So all these super hype celebrations, they're always going to be Fusion Warriors. Or like Super Saiyan 4 or something like that. So I think Super Vegeta is probably going to have more value in the long run, but like this guy is on God Key and Vegeta. I'm not really going to count Vegeta Family because Vegeta Family cannot keep up with like God Key or Fusion Warriors. God Key is a big one. And this guy's very good on God Key, but I think at the end of the day, Fusion Warrior is going to be a more desirable tag, I think. But it's close. Like, you have UI Goku on like the God Key tag that's going to eventually come out. So, I mean, I would slightly give the edge to Vegito, but this guy is insane. Gohan versus Namegoku, I don't even think this is close. I think Goku is just straight up way better. His Z ability is way better. Gohan could get a Zenkai at some point, but nothing's announced, and I don't think it's going to happen within the near future, so good to give that win to Goku. Then we have the Super Saiyan 4 Goku versus the Zamasu. Or actually, we'll pair up both villains against both each other, and then we'll do the heroes against each other. So Trunks versus Goku. if you are like a Vegeta family player and like that's your main team, then this is the banner. Instantly, this becomes your best banner because Trunks is the missing puzzle piece for that team. He completes that team and actually makes that team very good. Trunks is really, really damn good. So if you're a Vegeta family player, instantly Trunks is better. But this guy I feel like is going to get more use overall because of the fact that he's a Saiyan and he wants to be around alongside other Saiyans. So the Saiyan team is always going to be just completely drenched in new units. Every single update is going to be a new Saiyan. So I think I would have, just based off of pure value, I would have to give that to Goku. Next, we're going to be talking about Merge Zamasu versus Omega Shenron. Both of these guys have an insane amount of tags. I'm going to open both and we'll just quickly compare. So Merge Zamasu, Future, Regen, Fusion Warrior, God Key, Powerful Opponent is going to become like a very good tag at some point. And then Omega, Regen, GT, and Fusion Warriors, and Powerful Opponent as well. So it really comes down to, I guess, God Key versus GT, maybe, and also Future too. I don't know. It's close. I would say Merge Zamasu is probably going to be more relevant at the end of the day, but like you can never like go wrong with these tags. These tags are just insane. It's tough to say. In this meta specifically, it's really difficult to run a red unit effectively just because of Vegeta Blues in every single match. So I would have to give the slight edge to Zamasu here. That's what I would say. So Goku wins on this banner, Zamasu wins on this banner. Then we have Rose versus Baby. I don't think this is close. I think Baby is like way better, just because Regen and the GT team, like you need Baby. Like he's straight up just cancerous. Rose is not cancerous. Rose is really good, and he can help a lot of your units on God Key and Future, but he's not Baby. I have to give the win to Baby. I just can't. Sin Shenron versus Future Gohan. I would say that Gohan is probably the more valuable unit just because of the fact that you can run him on two teams, hybrids and Future. I think that's all he has, right? Hybrids and Super Saiyan, I guess. So if Blue Bardock ever becomes relevant again, if he gets a Zenkai Awakening, then this guy will have another tag to run on. Oh yeah, Sun Family too. So Sun Family, hybrids, and Future. Whereas Sin, where's Sin Shenron? Right here. Sin is pretty much only on GT and Powerful Opponent, but it's not really relevant right now. And I don't think, like just based off of the roster that this tag has, there's no way you're going to choose Sin to run on Powerful Opponent. I'm just telling you. So I have to give that win to Gohan. Transforming Vegeta, let's close out of this, versus Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Transforming Vegeta is very good. He's been out for quite a while. I think he was the first banner that came out after the anniversary last year. He's very good for movies. He's good for Vegeta family. And Super Saiyans and Saiyans, right? So a lot of tags. That guy's a lot of tags. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, I feel like, is the better option here. He is, they've kind of fulfilled the same roles because they're both Vegetas. So, I mean, this guy's on Super Saiyan, and that's pretty much the only difference than this guy because this guy's on GT. So I think GT is going to be the more valuable tag rather than Super Saiyan. I mean, this guy's also on the movies team, right? Saga's in the movies. But I think this guy's probably already going to get replaced by a bunch of other blue units that are out. Even Zenkai 1 Broly, I feel like, probably is a comparable option to this guy if you don't have him. So I would have to give the edge to this guy. I think I'm going to give that win to Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Then we have Super Saiyan 4 Goku Purple versus Kaioken Blue. I think it's like night and day. This guy's better. Like meta, I'm talking meta-wise, right? This guy just does way more. He can pair up a lot better with his team. Like he's one of the best units on GT, whereas this guy is like a niche choice for God Key. Next we have Trunks versus Super 17. I'm gonna have to give the win to Trunks. Super 17 is it's very wonky and he's like whatever. The only thing I will say though about Super 17 is that being green is like one of the best typings right now because of this guy. So keep that in mind. I do give the win to Trunks though. God Vegeta and GT, these are kind of like both bench units that you're never really going to use too often, but I think I would have to give the win to GT Goku just because of the fact that he buffs both Sun Family and GT. strike attack and defense, I think it is. Yeah, let's just make sure that's it. That's what it is. Yep. And this guy buffing Sun Family, like, there's not that many units that double buff Sun Family. It's this GT Goku, then it's this yellow Goku, and this Kaioken Blue Goku, and that's it. Not Kaioken Blue, the blue color Kaioken Goku. There's only 3 units in the game that double buff Sun Family, so that's really valuable. I think I'd give the win to this GT Goku, and I think he's also just a better unit overall as well if you're going to use him. So that's pretty much it. I would say overall that this GT banner is probably better. If you get the Broly animation on this banner and you're into pulling Gohan, you're just going to feel really bad. Because on this banner, on this banner you get the Broly animation, and no matter what you're pulling a good unit. I'm not saying Gohan's a bad unit, because he's definitely not a bad unit. I'm just saying, compared to like Blue Vegito, or even these two, Super Vegito and Namegoku, he doesn't hold a candle to any of them. So that's also a factor too, because there's always like that thought in the back of your mind, like, oh no, like I'm gonna pull Gohan from the Broly animation. And then I will say, just as a bonus, these two EXs I feel are really impactful, especially Gogeta. I don't have Gogeta, so I can't really say from experience, but like the only support for fusions in the game is this EX Gogeta. So if you're a fusion player, and you pull this Gogeta, you have an advantage instantly. Whereas this Trunks is okay, and this Vegeta has an interesting mechanic where he actually reduces the enemy's vanishing gauge to 0%. I don't have him either, so I can't really say from experience, but he definitely looks good. I wouldn't sleep on him, but I don't think any of the EXs are in the same league as this Gogeta. And this guy's a very good bench for GT, which again, all these characters are GT, and these guys don't really help Future. I don't think. This guy Future? Let me just make sure. He is, but I don't know if you want to run him on there. Yeah, he's not buffing Future at all. Okay. So that's pretty much what I have to say. I think overall the GT banner is just going to be better for most people, but if you're like a Future player or you have God Key units that you can round out your team with, then yeah, this banner is good. Neither banner is bad. That's what I'll end with. And then I have this banner pulled up just because I want to tell you all that if you summon on this banner, you're doing yourself a disservice. This banner's terrible. Don't summon. Alright, that's going to wrap this one up. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will be back soon for more showcases and just a bunch more Legends content as we truck through the 2nd anniversary.